welcome to Dicejunkies. Today we're going to be talking about Forbidden Sky, Height of Danger by Gamewright. I am Tim.
This is Roger.
Absolutely. And let's kind of get into it. This is another game by Matt Leacock. He is the one that has designed Forbidden Desert, Forbidden Island,
And a ton of other games.
Yeah, it's ridiculous everything that he has done. So,
And they're all good.
yeah, they're all pretty good. I've played a bunch of them. This one is new. It's actually fairly recently put out, and I've enjoyed it. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about design. Roger, what do you think about the design for this one?
I enjoy the design. It's interesting as far as like the artwork on how they do it and the way that the tiles present themselves. It's good. In comparison to their other games, I think the artwork on this it's a good looking game. The box is set nice. Everything fits the way it should. The theme of the game is really cool. You're in the sky. You're trying to make a rocket work. The packaging works. Everything has a place. I would say as far as any design for this game goes, I would give it a solid 3.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I agree with almost everything that you say. This game, the design, the artwork, just that you can see right here from everything that you've shown with the tiles, the cards, everything that goes, for the most part, it's pretty good. The packaging works well. You don't really have to set anything else up for it. But I have a major problem with this game. As cool as it is, this and this and this, all of the little extra pieces which are required, which it's pretty neat because once you actually have everything set up correctly, if you do it right, let's see if I can get this going correct. And this is another thing. You see how difficult it is to get everything together. It lights up and shows you when you win. If you do not get this, you don't win. That's pretty neat. I've been holding that shit for way too long.
A shitty rocket.
Congratulations, guys.
We
We
won.
actually won Forbidden Sky. But all of this together is just... it's a mess. This looks like toys. And it's definitely not... it's an adult game. It's made for ages 10 and up. But this is just toys. It's more of a gimmick than anything else. We'll get into the mechanics here in a little bit, but as far as that goes, I've got to... it could have been done a little bit better, and I know you have to mass produce this, but I've got to give it a 2 for that. It's a little bit more effort than some other games that we have seen and won't talk about, but that really detracted from it. With everything else that's mixed in with this, if it was all on the same level as this, I probably would have given it a better score. But with that in there, it really just kind of pulls me off. Whenever I like to, I play the game, I want to get into it. I want to kind of get sucked into the fantasy of this game, and that just pulled me right out. So
I'm not a fan of the colors.
No, not at all. That weird teal, turquoise, green, blue is just, it's not doing it for me.
I think if it was painted a different color, it might be more enjoyable. It may be more appealing to the eye.
Yeah, absolutely.
The colors of everything, I have to agree with you. It's not appealing.
Yep. But let's get into the actual enjoyability of the game. What did you think?
So as far as the enjoyability of the game, I enjoy the game. It's got a steady pace. There is a lot of player interaction, but it's more of, and I hate to say this, you have certain players that will dominate more than others, giving direction. Because that's the whole point of the game, is you want to make it a team effort to play. But if you have players with dominant personalities, you're going to have people telling people what to do just to speed things along. And that's something I've noticed with all of the Forbidden games that I've played, is you're going to have one player with a dominant personality that's just kind of directing traffic.
And that kind of goes into the whole strategy aspect of this game, though.
Yeah.
Every single Forbidden game that I have played is strategy heavy.
Yep.
You have to have a strategy going into the game. You can't figure it out on the fly, because if you do, you're going to lose. It's like we mentioned when we were actually playing the game. There's one way to win. And what did we come up with? 5 ways to lose?
Absolutely.
Which is ridiculous. But it's kind of a give and take for that. Before I get into my kind of talk about this, how would you score it?
I would score the enjoyability of the game as a 3.
Okay.
Again, I like the game. It does have its mechanics that I'm not a fan of, but it's kind of forced in a way because, like you said, you have to have strategy to play this game. And if you have players that are good at strategy and can think 3 or 4 steps ahead, then absolutely. But they're going to be the ones controlling the play of the game.
Yeah. I agree with most of everything that you were talking about. In fact, you kind of brought up a couple of different points that I was not really thinking about when I was first making my own decisions and came up with my own score. The strategy really kind of lifts it back up, much like the kind of toy aspect that it had for the design really detracted from all the other cool parts of it. The strategy of this game, which is like that's what I love. I love a good strategy game. I love getting into the meat of it and figuring out like 5 steps ahead. And I was originally going to score it a little bit lower, but when I think about the pace is not bad. One way or the other, you're going to be done with this game in an hour.
Oh yeah,
you're either gonna have won by that point or you've lost
badly.
Badly lost. So the pace isn't bad. The player interaction, it actually mentions in the game that you want to talk to each other, which is great. It's a cooperative game, so it is meant to be played together. If you're not playing together, you're going to lose. And then that strategy is there, and I've got to give it a 3 as well. So now for the very interesting part of this, let's talk about the mechanics a little bit. And for me, this game, number one, it is meant for ages 10 and up, but the mechanics of the game are a little complex.
It's very complex.
And it's definitely something, 10 and up can get this game, but you are going to have to push it in a little bit. You're going to have to actually talk and explain through more than just a couple of rounds how to play.
I have drawn a card that has a gear on it and half of a small capacitor.
Cool.
And whatever that is.
That protects you from the storms.
That is a Faraday cage.
Okay, Faraday cage.
So
I read that in the rules.
What I was going to mention with this is when you flip over the card, if lightning strikes,
right,
it starts with wherever the lightning rod is, and then follows either the wires that we have set out, which we don't have any yet, or the actual copper wire that's on the tiles. But overall, everything else just really blows it out of the water for me. The setup of the game is fairly easy. The complexity as far as in the end, once you get this game, there's so many different things that you can do. And it really works very, very well. The rules are smooth. I don't see a lot of fault in that. The only thing that I have to give it a down mark for is the fact that this game is not for a beginner. By any means. It is hard. This game, even playing it on normal mode, we thought on multiple different occasions that we were going to lose. So, overall, I can't give it a 5, but I can definitely give this one a 4.
For me, the complexity of the game, it is a very overly complex game. I do agree with you on the ages 10 and up. I think it's going to be. It is for advanced players. I completely agree with you. The setup is very easy. You pull everything out of the box. Everything has a home. It does have a very simple rule. Connect everything, you win. You don't connect everything within an X amount of time. That's every turn players have. You will lose. I still give this game personally a 3 on the mechanics just because it is an overly complex game, but it's one of those games that, to me, once you play it, you either are going to really enjoy it or you're going to really hate it.
Yep.
This is a love-hate game.
It is, which kind of brings us to the final thing. Would you play it again?
I would play it again. I'm not going to be diehard. Oh, do you want to play Forbidden Sky? Yeah, we could play Forbidden Sky. If there was something else to play, I would probably play something else. Now, if I've not beaten Forbidden Sky, I will absolutely play it until I beat it. But once I've beaten it, I don't know if I would want to go back for the harder difficulties of having to get even more batteries and more wires and all those other things. Because again, it's a very dominating game where one person, like I said, if me and my family, when we played, I was controlling the board.
Yep.
They didn't really do anything except what I told them to do. And they enjoy the game. But to me, it becomes...
So it all depends on who you're playing with.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I get that. And to be honest with you, I have to give it a 3 as well. Not exactly the same reasons. For me, we played it on normal. And there's that challenge there. I want to play it again on a harder difficulty. Now, maybe once I've defeated all of the difficulties, I may not want to play it again after that. I may want to, go bang my head against the wall from playing this ridiculously hard game. But there are some variants there. The tile placement is random. What you draw, the cards that you get, there's randomness. There's like I said, the variance in the actual difficulty of the game, who you're playing with. There's not any expansions for this game, but I mean, any of the Forbidden series games, there's no expansions for it.
They don't need them.
Yeah, they don't need them.
They don't need the expansions.
But so I give it kind of in the middle of the road as well. I give it a 3 as well.
Yeah.
So altogether, with that, Roger, this is strange because I think we agreed. Because both of our scores are 12. So I think altogether, we have to give Forbidden Sky a 12 out of 20. Which, remember, again, guys, this is not bad by any means. 12 is better than average, and it's definitely something that you should go check out. Head over to your local game shop, hit it up on Amazon. Anything you want to pick up this game, give it a try. If you're a fan of the Forbidden style games,
absolutely add it to the collection.
Yeah, it's right up there. It's the same style, same theme, same difficulty.
This game is absolutely worth playing.
Yep,
it is absolutely worth playing, and when you do finally beat it, you get satisfaction from it because you worked your ass off and earned it.
Yep.
So this game is definitely worth having if you don't have it in your collection, and it is definitely worth playing.
All right, guys. Well, that is Forbidden Sky: Height of Danger from Gamewright. It is another one of the Matt Leacock games, and very difficult. Pretty fun to play. Definitely check us out on more on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. Be sure to contact us and let us know of any other games that you would like to see us play or review. And altogether, I guess with that, keep playing more games.